You know that weird urge to build something very specific from your childhood that no one asked for? Well, this is me building the Honker Burger from the show Doug. You cannot tell me that every kid in cargo shorts did not want to eat here. At least I know I did. So I started strong with this Dollar Tree gift box. I knew it was the shape that I was going for, but it was definitely too tall. A little fun fact though that I learned, Doug was one of the first of 3 OG Nicktoons that aired in 1991. It was Doug, Rugrats, and Ren and Stimpy, all huge staples in my childhood. If you haven't seen it already, I made a Rugrats kitchen a few years ago on a couple of my other socials. It is one of my favorite builds that I've ever made, and it turned out great. This was not the vibe, guys. So it's gotta go. Instead of doing the thin strip around the outside, I'm just gonna do a full cutout circle, and saw the stack of Dixie cups sitting there, and I thought this would make a great additional layer to the roof. Made a few adjustments to it. Now we're moving in a shake it. And I'm not sure what version of Doug you watched, but I've only seen the Nickelodeon version. I heard there was a Disney one, but my first thought was like, hell no. I graciously allowed myself to use my favorite cracker box for my recycling bin. I love you, Cheez-Its, but rest in peace to ever having those again, because I have a gluten intolerance now, guys. So, but you know what? That depressive episode, that's gonna be tucked away for another day. I knew I wanted to work on the doors and windows for the Honker Burger, so all the kids from Bluffington could enter and exit their favorite fast food joint from the 90s and feel right at home. I started to paint the outside of the container, but it had like this cheap papery covering which bubbled, not to be confused with Michael Bublé. So I ended up reaching for the next closest paper, which was some really thick cardstock. I should have sanded this plastic Dixie cup, but as they say in the 90s, while working on the doors and windows, I used this silver cardstock that I hoarded from a few projects ago, and it made a great reflective glass look. The underside of the first awning had these little circular can lights, so I knew I wanted to try to get that same effect with using just a flat style bead. At this point, I was testing out the foliage look that I wanted to achieve, and this type of fake foliage was perfect, but we'll see more of that later. I definitely wasn't qualified to do this next step, but I pulled out some polymer clay and began making the outside furniture, which was fun. The bead box returned again, but this time it was to assist with creating the little hamburger street lights. I probably should have used a stronger wire base, but this time I was craving the extra drama and punishment, so it seemed fitting. Painting the outside furniture was next on the list, so that was super easy. I made sure they were cooled down from the oven and started color matching those right away. For the picket fence though, I cut up some popsicle sticks and spray painted them white, and then added them to the spray painted base that I had done like a day or two prior. From here, it was all about just positioning everything and trying to pin down that Honker Burger essence that we all remember from the 90s. For the road outside the restaurant, I used an old sheet of cardstock. I told you we'd see that foliage again because no Honker Burger is complete without some dramatic shrubbery. So here's the final Honker Burger miniature from the show Doug. I hope you enjoy it.